Hello there, everybody, and welcome to something that's another episode. Woo! Uh, Actually, an episode not too far after the latest one, which is a miracle in itself because I'm so good at putting up episodes. We all know that. And today, I have brought back Smart Guy because he wanted to do one, and I probably wouldn't have gotten my ass off and doing an episode otherwise. So, welcome, Smart Guy, to my humble podcast area of amazingness.
Hooray.
I'm so good at intros. Totally the
Yeah, I
best.
feel I feel very special. Yeah. There you go. I wouldn't have done it unless you bothered me for hours,
No, I
pestered
like
me,
I would.
begging.
No, I like I wanted to do a solo episode, and every time I think Fallout coming out this week hindered my my plans for doing an episode. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do an episode on Tuesday. Then I'm like, oh yeah, Fallout is out.
Oh my
Fuck
God.
doing an episode.
I still don't have any of those new consoles. It's pretty sad. I need like some money, a money infusion.
Yeah, you need to get the sugar daddy. No.
Whoa, what? All right. Next topic. Anyway. All right, so what are we talking about today? What's going on?
Apparently, we're talking about the government. No, not yet, because unfortunately, we have to dial it down for a second and talk about the horrific thing that happened in Paris this Friday,
Yeah, yeah.
Friday night in Europe. And yeah, it's like if there ever were an sentiment to finally kill the shit out of ISIS, I think now is the time.
Yeah, it's just what's happening. Like, the thing is, though, is that this sick shit's been going on, in the Middle
Yeah,
East and in
I think.
Africa.
Yeah, I
But
think.
now finally, oh, some fucking white people get killed. Now it's
Yeah,
like the time to worry about this shit.
yeah.
That's
I mean,
it's a bit
just
of the
look at the.
hypocrisy that's.
I mean, it started with them blowing up a plane, and then being like, "Oh no," like just a Russian plane or something like that. Yeah, it's nothing. like, and ISIS claiming that one, and like, okay, so we're just gonna chill with them destroying a plane, and I think they finally realized now
Yeah,
after
what the fuck?
it
Like,
had them. The thing is, it's so weird that everyone's like, oh, ISIS this, ISIS that, but it doesn't seem like they've taken them too seriously before this.
yeah, well, it was like what, eight fucking people that carried this shit out? Eight people.
Yeah,
That's
or
all it took.
yeah, or wasn't in
Eight
total
people
I
with
don't.
bombs strapped to their chest, and I
Mm,
think there was a couple shootings.
yeah,
I want to, yeah, yeah. That's
I think the
it's
theater where they killed most of the people, like the concert where they killed 120,
Yeah, it's just
most of the people died at. I think there was 7 or 8 people.
yeah, it's just Jesus.
But I don't understand why they haven't. Like, the fact is that ISIS, how they got so big. Yeah, they fucking went through, cities and just went to the bank and fucking plundered the shit out of all the banks.
Yeah, and
And that's how you
destroy. Yeah,
fund your terrorism. You get an army together, you fucking roll in and attack the banks, and then got a shitload of money. And what the hell is everyone else supposed to do about that?
yeah, it's just a really shitty way of just like I don't I don't know. It's just I mean, what else can you say? It's sickening. It's just it shouldn't be happening
Mm.
in modern times. It's just yeah,
Yeah, and everyone, a lot of people are like, oh, hopefully doesn't start a world war or something like that. But, I mean, right now, I don't think so. But if they keep on not fully going after ISIS that I'm talking about. Everyone talking about ISIS all the time. I feel like they never really done anything concrete about it. They can become big enough to start a war.
Yeah, it's just, the shit that happened, before we invaded Iraq and things like that. The U.S. is afraid of
Mm.
going into that kind of situation again and fucking it all up.
Yeah, and like,
Because you got to think, like, who else, it's not just them.
yeah,
They're not the only, bad guys out there, so.
yeah. I mean, it's funny. Like, Al Qaeda said that ISIS was too extreme for them. You know they're fucking batshit crazy then.
Yeah, it's like when the KKK condemns the Westboro Baptist Church,
Yeah.
except even worse. Yeah, it's just, Jesus.
Yeah, I think not more we can say about it all because the thing is, I'm like you. I'm like tired of the fact that it had to be an attack against an Western country for it
Before we
to.
gave a shit, yeah.
Yeah,
Before it mattered.
yeah,
Yeah, you
sucks.
go over, you stay over there, and you kill your own people. That's fine. But once you start killing us,
Yeah, I mean,
once you
like
start killing the good,
just the Syria situation. Like that president has like I heard about Syria. Uh, I don't know, like 5 6 years ago. That the fact that you could like just report your neighbor and say like, oh, that person is a spy, and they would like the French like French history era when like the king like you could like just say, oh, that person is spy or rooting for the other one, and they would just come straight up and murder that person.
it's like the Red Scare in the United States
Mm.
during the Cold War and all that, except 20 times worse because people are getting murdered over it.
Yeah.
Like, and it doesn't just happen there. It happens all over the world. It happens in India where they have the Hindu extremists. I thought the
Mm.
Hindus were very peaceful fucking people. I thought that was like the whole point.
No, that
But no,
like
one
it's the
guy eats
caste.
fucking steak. One guy's accused of eating steak and they beat him to death in the street.
It's the caste system that India had. Have you heard of the caste system?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah. So some people are worth literally nothing. Like it's like worse than like slaves would be in that some kind of situation. You're like every, so yeah, like the kind of rank caste system they have in India. They've been trying to get rid of that, but I don't know. It's still there in some degrees.
Who's rooting for that? It's just because all societies are built upon the bottom line, the people
Mm.
working in the factories, the people
Yeah.
building shit, not the people sitting on their laurels because they just, it just invented like one thing or they just did this one thing and now they're set for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Those aren't really the people that make the world go
Yeah,
around.
and also, like, what people have measured is that, like, what is it, 20, like 25 or something? Like, it will be a couple of years in future. Then, the rich 1% will have more than 50% of the money in the world. Something like that.
Yeah, that's how the system's set up.
Yeah. So, when, like, that sort of thing happens, it's like all those movies where like corporation controls the world. We're heading towards that.
Soon enough, it's going to be like an Arnold Schwarzenegger film. You're going to have all these, yeah, exactly. It's just, yeah.
If we don't like create robots before that, then like
Well, I'm
they
working on that. I'm
and then
hoping that.
all the robots kill all humanity.
Yeah, I'm rooting for that. I'm
That's
Yeah, that's why I got into software engineering and electronics. So hopefully, don't worry, you guys.
I'm
I'm on it.
I'm tired
I'm
of
on
these people create robots.
hey, why not? You know, there are worse things.
Yeah, I mean, how will like how will like when we create more and more like advanced robots, like when they can do a lot of tasks, what will a lot of people do for work?
Who
That's
knows?
the
It's just
already like the world has already less and less jobs. It'll be interesting to see how.
I think what needs to happen is that people need to evolve. You know, natural evolution is too slow.
Yeah,
We need to start helping ourselves.
that's why like we need
Start.
like the augmentations and cybernetics is the future, right?
Yeah, otherwise how could you possibly compete?
Yeah.
There's no other way. It's better to race together than to race against one another, you know.
Mm,
It's just we shouldn't race against the machine. We should race with it.
yeah. And also, I you never know like when or like spaceships and that sort of stuff will be advanced enough to for us to go to other planets or like terraform Mars or something like that. I feel like terraforming Mars is the next plan, right?
I think there's a couple people, yeah, there's a couple people rooting for that, but
Yeah,
again,
some people say we should have it like how Mars always has been. Like, how is that useful for us? Like, we shouldn't terraform it because it's good at like a heritage planet or whatever. I don't remember. Someone wants it to stay as it is.
the thing that's always like made me think is, say you found life on Mars, a life of any sort, and us terraforming it would obviously it would destroy its natural environment. It'd be
Yeah,
like cutting down every single forest in the world at once.
yeah.
So would it be
But
more?
like, do you really have to like terraform the whole planet at once? Couldn't you just terraform an area, or that's not possible? I don't know
Well,
how terraforming works.
well, part of the terraforming is making the atmosphere livable for humans
Yeah,
and making it thicker,
true.
basically,
Yeah.
because the atmosphere right now is too thin.
Mm.
So yeah, it would.
Or
You
maybe you can,
can't do that to just like a small area.
or you can't make like a big dome kind of thing.
Yeah, but who the fuck would want to live like that? Who would want to
No,
just live
but
in this
like I'm
dome
just, I'm
for the rest
just.
of their life?
No, I'm not saying like for the rest of our lives. Maybe, uh, or can you like do the terraforming process like slowly, or do you like? It's
It has to happen slowly.
yeah,
You can't just melt the polar caps all at once. You
yeah,
know, release that carbon dioxide and thicken the atmosphere.
mm,
It would take many decades.
yeah. But I mean, yeah, I don't even know, like this planet, like Earth can escalate so fucking quickly. I feel like, and also at some point there will be an ice age again
Yeah.
because there always an ice age, and like the thing about the like why global warming is so terrible is because usually like like when it goes warmer and warmer, suddenly the age hits, and through time they've noticed that as the highest like the medium temperature is, the like equal it will be on the either side, so it will probably be the worst ice age ever to come on this planet. So that sounds hella fun.
Yeah, you know, just
Yeah,
go outside, do
lucky
some
for the
snow angels in the middle of July,
yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the people that live in like near the equator probably will survive, but in northern parts of the world, you're pretty much fucked.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I don't know that much about climate science. It's kind of a mystery to me. I know well what I mean is that I understand some of it, but I don't know about how exactly the cycles work.
Mm.
I understand that some about space climate. I read Pale Blue Dot by Carl Sagan a while back, and it was talking about you have Venus and Mars, and those are sort of two extremes, and they're sitting right
Mm.
by Earth. You
Yeah.
have one planet extremely cold all the time, the other one extremely hot. One of
Yeah.
them runaway global warming on Venus, and the other one is where they have no atmosphere
Yeah.
on Mars.
Yeah.
So you have too much atmosphere, too little, and right in the middle you have it about just about right.
Yeah. Yeah. I was. I saw it when I was. Which trip was that? One of my trips. I was watching a documentary uh, on how eventually how the like uh, Europe and Asia and North and South America and Australia and all that how it will end up like in the future with all the like tectonic plates moving and stuff, and Australia will go further and further north until it will join Asia, so will no longer be island, for instance. And you have Antarctica, I think, that will move up into Africa or something like that.
Yeah.
And like a lot of like
Like, oh,
different
yeah.
stuff will move. Like just watching this thing like terrified me because like they have
Well, don't
like
worry, you'll be long dead.
yeah, no, I know, but this is like how fast they were like this will move like this. I'm like, holy fuck, this looks terrifyingly fast.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So today we're gonna talk about how bad the government is, right? What's the general idea? And how they
That's what we do every
brainwashing.
time, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is the Tea Party podcast you're listening to right now.
Yes.
Uh, Thank you for tuning in. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm in Canada now, so I'm almost in USA. So I've been like they have a new prime minister. I think it is. Not president. Prime minister here in Canada. Justin Trudeau.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I heard about that. He's part of the Liberal Party over there, right?
Yes.
How is the Liberal Party over in Canada? I have no idea. I know about it in the United States, but
Like from what I can tell from talking to uh, like Canadians, that I mean Harper was the worst, and he has like made Canada's economy like go really badly. So like anyone else would do fine. So I don't think anyone knows if Trudeau is a good prime minister because he's a little bit young and like he has some ideas and stuff, but everyone just needed a change because Harper had been here and like been prime minister for a very very long time. So yeah, I mean, apparently he wants to make uh, marijuana legal. So there's that. But like in Vancouver, everyone does it a lot here. So
all right.
to put it in
How's the political climate though, in general?
well,
Is it very polarized? Because over here it's fucking ridiculous.
yeah, it's not like America. I don't think any because like you have more than just the two parties. Really, like you have a lot more different. You don't just have Republicans and Democrats. It's not that simple and not that
Yeah, yeah.
polarized. It's Canada is kind of similar to most countries in the world that you have a lot of parties and like in Sweden, for instance, we have like a lot of parties, but mostly it's like some of them unite like during to form the government. instead of like just so like for instance there's on one side in Sweden there's like three parties that usually are one alliance, and then the other side is like four parties, and then
Okay.
you have the standalone Swedish like like this call them Swedish, like the translation would be Swedish Democrats, but they're basically like Swedish nationalists, sort of.
What the hell does that mean? Usually, when
Like,
I hear nationalist, I think of like National Socialist. So you
yeah,
may want to
like
clear
it's
that up a
more
little.
like it's pretty racist party.
Oh, okay. So it is. So it is like National Socialism. Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So, and they're the third biggest party in Sweden right now. So,
Cool. That's cool.
and now with like Syria, like people from Syria emigrating everywhere, and like so many people getting into our country, they'll probably get more traction because
Nah,
of
just
this.
just build a wall. That's what we're doing.
Yeah,
Just build a
build a
wall.
world to Mexicans and Canadians.
Yeah, build a wall. Don't let us in. You don't want us. Yeah, just build a wall around the border.
Yeah.
There you go, and make us pay for it. We'd be very happy to do so.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah. Obama, I heard, like, said no to the pipeline.
the Keystone Pipeline. Yep,
Yeah.
which would have, yeah, which would have been a huge detriment to the environment.
Yeah. I mean, he has a point, and like, and I was hearing like he said, like 7 to 8 thousand jobs. And like for a country that has like 300 million something that USA have, like that's fucking nothing.
But I hate that
Like,
argument. It'll create jobs. How's that an argument? You can make that
yeah,
argument for literally anything. You could say
yeah.
we should open up some death camps over here. Be a lot of jobs. You'll be getting rid of the surplus population. You can make a gift shop. Get some tourists to come in there.
Yeah,
You, c-
yeah.
it makes no
Like
sense. We could
get,
make all of our, we could make the Iron Maiden. That'll be American made by American craftsmen. No imports.
yeah, but it's one like it's the same. One thing that I'm hate in Sweden is the fact that the process to get for getting a job takes forever because the companies are so fucking bad at it. And like here in like Canada and like other places, it's like you apply for a job, then in a couple of days you will know if you get an interview. You go to an interview, and like a week later you know if you got the job. So it's like 2, maybe 3 weeks at most. In Sweden, that process is like can take up to 6 months.
Yeah. Oh shit. That's crazy.
So like the point like Sweden is, oh, I'm gonna create more jobs, create more jobs. Like that fucking doesn't fucking matter if you got it's the process to getting people working in this job. If because there's like the all the like job coaching places and all of that to help you get out into the job world. They're always like, oh yeah, like the hidden jobs is about like 70% of the jobs out there. I'm like, why the fuck does they not just say we need people to work here? No, we need a perfect person, and you must have 2 years of work experience. Even though that's super easy for people who just got it out into work market, and
Yeah. Yeah.
so if they would just make it make it easier for, then Sweden would be in such better position.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the things why I really like it here in Canada, because I if it ever like ended up like going badly for my in my job, I don't see I mean I wouldn't it wouldn't be hard to get a new job here.
Yeah.
Comparing to Sweden, where fucking takes forever.
Yeah, it kind of depends on what kind of job too. In
Mm.
America, it can be pretty bad. If you try to apply through, say, USA Jobs,
Mm.
that's a website where, if for people that don't live in the US, if you want to do some governmental work,
Okay.
like if you want to work at NASA or whatever, which I tried to apply to, it took them a couple months to get back to me, and they said, "Ah, we appreciate your application." And, yeah, and as soon as you read that, you're just like, "All right, delete." I hate that. Like, I wish it would just be straightforward with you. Just
Yeah.
say no, no, thank you. Talk to us again in a couple of years. Which is annoying because I do have some job experience. I have enough job experience for a fucking internship, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like I'm actually going to be, it's just, it's kind of ridiculous. It's just, I think there was like 50 openings, thousands of people apply, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I'm like,
I understand that sort of. It's hard when you doing that, but for just a simple like job place like uh, let's say like it's like a 7-Eleven type of store at the no, like at the gas station, and
yeah, yeah.
and like getting like that shouldn't take like almost. I didn't even get a reply from them.
Really? Holy
Yeah,
shit. How long ago did you apply?
I don't remember. A couple of years ago.
All right, so this is what? This is due to some governmental red tape regulation type stuff?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's through the government's work site.
Every job?
No, but uh, there's different sites that you can use, but most of them put up on the main one. But
That's kind of weird. I mean,
yeah, I
you
mean
know, like if I want to
here
work at
in
7-Eleven, why do I have to go through the government website?
no, like well, like it's just the government run website. Like it's the people that may like put up the notice that will
Oh,
handle
okay.
everything. So everyone handles it themselves. It's just for exposure. It's the what they pay for mostly to put up there. And
Yeah, yeah.
but the thing is, like here in Vancouver, like you have all the places that, oh yeah, we're hiring. Like apply here. Like so many places have like apply stuff. Like in
Yeah.
Sweden, for the most part, you don't see that anywhere. At least not in my city. And you know, like nobody like does that. Like, oh, you can apply no, or anything like that. We're hiring.
Maybe it's just when you're walking by, they turn the sign over.
Yeah.
You ever consider that?
Oh, of course.
These are kind of thoughts I have because I'm completely fucking insane. I have you ever like considered that? Even though it's not like remotely possible because they don't even care who you are, but
Not really. I
okay.
just, I just like hate the like. I'm so like you always have to write a bit about yourself and that sort of stuff. I'm a really bad salesman of myself because
Yeah, yeah.
I don't really like want to focus my energy in that. That's not what I just want to work. It's not so fucking hard. I have to like sell myself as a product.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta convert yourself to numbers on a paper.
Exactly.
You can, exchange for some other numbers that flow into your bank account. You can use those numbers to increase your own, what do you call it? Your own personal value.
Yeah.
Everything's run on numbers, Mark.
Too
Absolutely
much.
every.
Too annoying. I'm too lazy. That's the problem.
Yeah, yeah. But anyways,
What else could we? Did we actually talk about the why your government is so bad? It's because they have Trump, right?
Uh, not yet. You know, part of me almost hopes he gets elected just to see everything come crashing down, you know?
Yeah, because then you have to.
It's heading in that direction
Yeah,
anyways.
yeah,
I just want to see it go out with a bang.
sort
It's
of.
heading towards
Yeah,
eventual complete collapse, so whatever. Why not?
yeah, yeah. I
I
mean,
mean,
like the thing is, which one of the was it? Benjamin Franklin was the one that set up the how the government was run.
it
Uh,
was the founding fathers.
yeah, yeah, but he
Yeah,
had
those
like
guys, you
didn't
know.
he put up the idea of how it should work,
Yeah,
and
it
then
was
he said
Thomas.
like
It was Thomas.
after every like certain like point you should tear the government down and then rebuild it again from new, like make a new system. I don't
Yeah, it
remember.
was the founding fathers.
Yeah.
It was Thomas Jefferson, Ben Franklin,
Mm.
Moses. You
Yeah.
know, all those guys. There's
And like all of that was like the stuff was like
you hear about that?
temporarily, right? Like
I
there
have a
was
feeling that you didn't catch that part, Mark.
with
Did you hear about that shit in Texas? They say in classrooms, you know, that Moses was one of the founding fathers. You ever hear about that?
no.
Oh, yeah. Well, I suppose that wouldn't concern you. In Canada, I mean, like over here, you get first row seats to the stupidity. It's amazing.
Most.
Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah, founding fathers. Yeah, he's one of them. They teach creationism alongside evolution in some states.
Yeah.
For all the shit I hear about Florida, though, I've never experienced that.
Okay.
Never experienced that level of madness. So
Well,
I don't
that's
know.
good.
No, I wish I did.
So you
It
could
would be
hate on
interesting.
government more, be like
No, I just want to experience it. I want to experience like that level
of stupidity.
of stupidity at some point. Yeah, you know, why not?
Yeah, but it's interesting to see the idiot's perspective.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, but the thing is, like about the whole system that they set up, it was like they always intended it to be temporarily, and then they would put in a new system after a while, or that people should like tear it down and make a new system after a while, because
Yeah, it doesn't work.
all the system gets not corrupt, almost, but like almost gets a point where, for instance, in America, like like you have a lot of people that like with the technology like advancement that have happened, like it has happened so fast, and then you have a lot of people who running like the government who doesn't fully understand this technology, and then they're gonna make like bills and like that sort of stuff of something they don't fully understand.
Yeah, it's like the FAA and regulation on drones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, I heard about this. There was an attorney that was able to get a powered paper airplane approved by the FAA for commercial photography, and the payload that was allowed was up to 10 pounds on a paper airplane.
Okay.
That makes no sense. It's not. The FAA just, you know, passed that through.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they don't know shit.
Yeah. And in like for instance, I think here in Sweden, like it's like our politician doesn't make that extreme amount of money, and I think that is one of the like there's a lot of other stuff you can do that where if you're like a money person that you can do instead. Sure, you get good pay, you know, when you're a politician, but not like in America where I feel like it's almost too much for.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Don't have to pay taxes.
Mm.
Yeah. And anyways,
Next topic.
yeah,
No.
there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, what else can we talk about? Have you had any time to play games?
No, I've been working. I've been doing stuff, building things, and generally just doing whatever.
Yeah, I've been. I
Little
haven't. I
robot
have.
stuff.
Yeah, I haven't really played that many games, but I've. I got the new Fallout game. I wasn't in the beginning. I was like, maybe I should wait, like a while. But then, like the day before it released, I was like, fuck it, I'm buying it.
Yeah, yeah,
It's nice to have spare, like have that kind of money right now. You don't really have to care. Like, I can buy it right now. I will buy it eventually. So
yeah, yeah.
and it's a it's a Fallout game. I really like the fact that the guns doesn't uh, like get worse anymore. Like they don't break and that sort of stuff.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
I hate that was the reason probably why I stopped playing like Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas because after a while I just get so fed up with it. Uh, um,
Yeah, yeah.
and also my one of my problems, like always in a Fallout game, I'll always run out of ammo because I
You're
forget
just a
to.
madman. You're just shooting
No,
randomly.
the reason why is I forget to use VATS, and so I use too much fucking. For instance, I used Kill the Deathclaw, and I didn't use VATS once in that whole thing, and I was like, and later I realized when you're fighting like uh, like a super mutant or something like that, and I was like, oh yeah, I have VATS. Why the hell?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I have no idea why I don't really use VATS. I make it more difficult on myself, and plus my character has a nice pink dress, which makes it tougher because it has no armor and stuff. So yeah, I kind of make it harder for myself.
Yeah, I haven't had any time for. I haven't even had the money for the new consoles anyway, so.
Mm.
But
Yeah, and you don't really have the computer to.
yeah, yeah. And but yeah, been too busy with schoolwork. Speaking of that,
Mm.
have you heard about all this shit that's been going down in universities lately?
Which
Uh,
of the stuff are we?
oh yeah, there's too much shit, isn't there?
Yeah.
In Yale, right? You
Okay.
have all these protests going on right now
Okay. No,
because
I haven't heard
what
about that.
they think the minority students are being treated unfairly or whatever.
Oh, are we still on to doing this kind of shit? Man, America will they never evolve from?
I think it's kind of funny though, where you're complaining about being underprivileged. You're going to fucking Yale.
Yeah.
You're, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I'm sorry, but that's just there is something to say about the overall issue of race in America and how
Mm,
people are treated, but
yeah.
come on, you're in
I
fucking
think
Yale.
yeah, but I think with the internet it has helped a lot to educate people that wouldn't otherwise know about these kind of things and more. I think the internet era of people is more accepting of people of any race and any sexual orientation. So I think with time it, it will get better in most
Yeah, but there's
places
just
of the
some
world.
ways to not make that happen quick, more quickly.
Yeah.
Like going out in the middle of the street and burning down some buildings, typically not like a very good way to get your message across. Because most people just look at that and they just think, "Oh, I was right about these people." Or if you're just
Yeah.
like go so far in the other direction, like, you know, uh,
Mm.
having these what little gatherings or whatever, and people just become outrageous about what I'm trying to like mince my words a bit here,
Yeah.
but where people go so far in this direction where they identify so strongly with this what do you say, with this gender identity, sexual
Mm.
identity, racial identity.
Yeah.
It doesn't really win people to your side when instead of like extending an olive branch, you're sort of just like, no, I'm right, you're wrong,
Mm.
fuck you. Even if you are right, that's
Yeah.
not a good way
That's
to get your message across.
stubbornness is one of the qualities in the world which we could do a lot without. Like because a lot of people refuse to listen,
Yeah,
and
exactly. Yeah.
like some of those people's arguments are, you don't understand how that's even possible that, and like people believed, like, just take, like, for example, people following a person that you wouldn't believe, like, how is that even like Anita Sarkeesian, for instance, how she managed to get such following and get so prominent, like, quality people to like listen to everything she says and actually believe that is
Yeah, yeah.
like it's a proof of how the world kind of works. Unfortunately.
It's the trendy sort of belief system where everyone's out to get you and you're never safe.
Yeah.
And the only way to become safe is to just do what I say and listen to my opinions
Mm.
and accept them.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
just
you have to admire Anita Sarkeesian for the, like, she has managed to trick so many people just so that she can make money. Like, like that's quite like achievement in itself.
yeah,
Like
it's
I don't like her, and I don't really like her ideas, and I hope people realize at some point how dumb her, like, most of our ideas are. But hey, probably never happen, right? Well, everyone turns irrelevant at some point, unless you have money.
yeah, that's true, yeah. And yeah, it's yeah. I don't know. It's such a frivolous thing to get upset about and to form this whole social movement and demand people's fucking like money. Like I hate that shit. Like
Mm.
we need your donations so we
Yeah,
can
yeah.
fight
Like
this
I
cause.
saw the last week tonight about the churches, all the churches that are like, oh, we need your money, and they got their own private jets and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and
You
all
know,
these kooky social causes like okay, combat sexism in video games. Oh, sure, I'll give money to that. Starving children in Africa, no
I think
fucking way.
Coney 2012 is the best fucking rip-off of the world I have ever seen.
Yeah, and that shit. And sometimes you think that a charity is legitimate, and then it turns out that it's all,
It's
it's
so good.
you're really
They
just
even
buying
got
more marketing
Obama to speak about.
Yeah, like
Yes, hilarious is what I thought about it,
yeah, yeah.
because people don't do their research. I'm gonna be honest. I, like, didn't do my research on the whole thing either, and later when everyone realized they used taking the money and ran.
Yeah, it
uh,
was like such a ridiculously low amount was actually being donated to those people.
yeah,
It's just you don't need to donate to shit like that though. Why do you need like a fucking headband, armband,
yeah,
t-shirt to say that you donated? You know why? It's
yeah,
because of fucking ego. To
yeah,
say you donated. And that's really the thing. It's just
yeah, and
It's why I don't like all these fucking. You have breast cancer T-shirts and
you've seen,
bands and shit like that. Why don't you just
yeah,
donate?
yeah,
Why do you have to support these people that are wasting money making these fucking armbands?
yeah.
It's just a waste. That's a waste.
Yeah, I mean, they say about it's all about awareness, but you don't really have to have the all the products for it.
Yeah, you make like say you donate to starving children, you get a T-shirt that was made by those same goddamn starving children. You're kind of missing the fucking point.
Yeah. I mean, I will, like, I donate to a lot of things. Like, I like how the Jogscast do their stuff. Because they do it for Humble Bundle. And you get, like their own, like, shows and games. And you get, like, a ton of games. And for, like, me donating a bit. And I also, sure, I would have donated otherwise. But nice to get something in return.
Yeah, there's that's I don't have a problem with that. It's misdirection because they
Yeah.
don't lie to you about that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They don't pretend that they're doing this great cause.
Mm.
They're just saying, we want money. If you want to give it to us, that's cool. We'll give you something in return.
Mm.
It's how basically every economy that's ever existed works.
Yeah.
But when it's just you have someone that just wants money, they
Mm.
want to make T-shirts. That's I don't know. I don't know. I'm starting to go into circles here. Next topic.
Well, I mean, we're kind of wrapping up to closing here, right? I don't think we have much more, unless you have something that you wanted to bring up. No?
Well, just chill out, guys. Just chill out, everyone. Everything's
Yeah.
gonna be fine.
Yeah.
It's
Why fucking fight everywhere in the world? Come on. We just need to be nicer to each other.
Yeah, just don't trust people that are gonna tell you that they're gonna keep you safe. No one can do that but you. No one's gonna be able to do that. Like,
Hmm.
I mean, all it takes is a guy with a bomb strapped to his chest, apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just what. Again, circling back to the whole Paris thing. I mean,
Yeah.
that's all it took.
Yeah.
What was that, bro? It,
Yeah. And
leave
it's
it to it.
also that kind of things. I don't like the September 11 thing. That was like the perfect kind of thing for Al Qaeda because they made like the whole fucking world afraid. And
Yeah,
like
exactly. Yeah.
and like that was something like that we didn't, like, people talk about like terrorist things and that sort of thing, but after that kind of thing, whole world was afraider. And I don't know actually, like, this attack from ISIS actually gonna work out in their favor, because like always these kind of incidents breeds people to unite
Yeah, it's just
as a common cause.
yeah, it's really sick. Um,
Yeah,
that
that's
sort of
that's how
incident. But,
that's how
but
like some countries have been united, like Germany united as one, like for the first World War, I think, because like, oh yeah, we have this worse enemy we need to fight, let's band together. It's always you always have to have, until we get like aliens attacking us, we're not gonna fucking unite.
yeah, it's always because you're gonna blame someone else.
Yeah.
Like, who the hell's gonna do that? You elect someone and they fuck up. You think they're gonna blame themselves? No, they're gonna blame some
Yeah.
other asshole. They're
Yeah.
gonna
Or
they're just gonna pass it down the
someone
chain.
creates like crazy murders robots, and everyone has to unite against them, or we create
No, because then
zombies and we have to fight against them.
I don't know about that because then you would just blame the people that made them.
True.
You went, yeah. See, you would just be like, no, you'd find some way. Even if it was aliens, you'd find some way to blame a person.
Of
You'd
course.
find some way to blame like an ethnic group or a political group. You would find some fucking way.
Humans
on now.
always find a way to blame
Yeah,
someone.
like, you would get someone on TV saying like, if the president had
Yeah, of course.
was watching out for these aliens.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what would happen. Yeah,
Yeah,
bullshit. I'm just saying. People. there's nothing that's gonna fix it. We got to fix it ourselves.
Yeah.
It's just the wrong way of thinking. It's a very stupid way of thinking.
Yeah, it's the same thing about like watching like American different like candidates every time like some sort of news program. Like senator who's also like a Democratic candidate. What would you have done in this instance? And then you're like blah blah blah. I would have done this. I would have done that. I'm like, who fuck cares? You're not the president right now. Like,
Yeah, but that's what would happen. So we would find a way to blame people.
yeah,
You can blame someone for anything. That's the way it works.
hmm.
There's no way that you're gonna accept blame for something.
Yeah,
It's just that's basically what politics is all about. It's just finding the right people to blame.
yeah,
And eventually, you can start opening up some camps. You know,
yeah.
yeah, and then you get rid of some people,
That's
and
why I'm so like I, for instance, why I kind of hate House of Cards so much because
what the hell?
Because I hate the American government system, like always about greasing, like getting favors and that sort of stuff. Just like
That's what it's like
playing
everywhere.
with people's lives for like a daily thing, like like it's like nothing.
It
Like
happens
it's
in every power structure, though.
yeah, I know. I don't
It
feel
happens everywhere.
yeah. Unfortunately, it does. It's just I don't know. They're so
I mean, I do the same.
blatant about it. Maybe that's why I'm.
It's so easy to condemn it, now.
Mm.
But if I were in that situation, I don't know. I mean, come on. Like, eventually, you start thinking of good excuses. Like, I worked hard to get here. I deserve some awards, and there's no repercussions at all.
Yeah.
Like, you get someone on the news yelling about you for about 2 minutes, and it's over. And you can just go back to doing whatever the hell it was you're doing.
True.
That's what the fucking CIA did.
Yeah.
We found that they're spying on every American citizen, right? And
Yeah, and NSA.
they're torture. Yeah, NSA. Sorry. Yeah. And people are being tortured, and they're like, oh, well, they'll pull back a little bit. They'll say, oh, we'll stop
And
monitoring
I
everyone.
love how Snowden was like, yeah, I can come back and go to prison, but nobody has contacted me yet. Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, they're gonna kill him. If he comes back, there's no way.
Yeah,
There's
he needs to be extradited to a state where they don't have the death penalty.
exactly. It's just, and that's kind of sick. No, it's just plain sick.
Yeah.
It's just how did that hurt anyone? Really?
Mm.
Who did I hear about that got hurt from that?
Yeah.
Other than us.
Yeah.
We were the ones getting fucked over. They say, oh, it's very dangerous that this information, people could have gotten hurt. Like, no one
Yeah.
got fucking hurt. No one got hurt.
Who like? Why would someone get hurt over that sort of like? Like, would anyone like target like go and attack and say like, what?
And no one got hurt.
Yeah.
People learned about the government. That's the real crime.
Yeah.
They got to find some sort of excuse to say because they don't want other people doing this. Because they're doing 1,000 fucking other programs doing basically the exact same shit.
Yeah.
This was just the tip of the iceberg, right?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
want to
Definitely.
stop other people from doing the same shit. So now it's a crime. Now,
Yeah.
in any other context, it wouldn't be a crime. If someone did that for a business,
Yeah. When we
if a
had
business, like
we,
if Google was say like spying on people, which they do.
yeah. Of course
That's-
they do. They have like we sign off so like agreements
people-
and that sort of stuff. Like yeah, we
Yeah.
allow them to.
People don't give a shit if it's fucking Google though.
Yeah.
People don't care if it's Google, but if it's Big Brother, they give a shit.
Yeah.
But no, Google they can spy on you. Freaking every YouTube, they can see what videos you're watching and store that in their system. Every
Yeah.
tweet. We're the people. We're the ones putting our information in there. It's completely voluntary.
Yeah. Exactly. And I don't really care. What the
Yeah, it's
hell?
just
What the hell are they gonna do about it? Like, oh, we know this and this about you. Okay, congratulations, you know about my life. That must be
it,
fun.
the thing that's shit though is now anyone can be basically a PI on the internet.
Yeah,
You know, it's like people make a fucking joke on Facebook. Next thing you know, they're expelled
yeah,
or they're put into prison.
yeah. Oversensitive stuff is.
Or we're just saying something.
Yeah, for instance, there was this like PR person that's now working for one of the football fantasy football leagues, and
Yeah.
like she was like it was something the site had done or like something like that, and they attacked her because of a fucking like dumb joke she did like 5 years ago or something like that about when she was going to Africa, and she said, "Oh, I hope I don't get AIDS." She said like something like a joke like that on Twitter, and when she arrived to the country, like
Yeah.
there were people like lynch mob outside of the airport wanting to kill her, and
It's because
like
of all these. It's all these very young people doing it too, doing this kind of shit. You know, it's not someone that's middle aged who has kids that's going out and fucking protesting
yeah,
over ludicrous bullshit. Like a
yeah,
fucking lion gets killed, you have people lining up
yeah.
to
Caesar the
take.
lion.
Yeah, lining up outside the dentist's office. Meanwhile,
Like
there's
how many
people.
people haven't done that before? Why is he the only one that they
And
want
I
fuck?
bet you in that same fucking town, there are people starving to death on the street. They care about a fucking lion killed a country away.
Yeah,
Or, I mean, a continent away,
yeah.
yeah. It's just, Jesus.
But the way they did it was kind of gruesome. Like, certainly understand why the fucking animal rights activists got fucking insane over that, because
Yeah,
like there wasn't a clean kill. Like,
I don't endorse killing lions and shit, obviously,
no,
but
no, me neither. But the way like they did it made it like I understand why they fucking hated that person for it, because
yeah, just saying, have some priorities though.
yeah, but yeah,
Do some, I don't know. There's pollution going on over
yeah.
there too. Why don't you sweep the streets a little bit while you're
I mean,
protesting?
fucking PETA goes insane over fucking the Tanuki suit in Mario. Like, what the fuck is this
Yeah,
world?
yeah. Who cares? What was that? Their entire forest being cut down and burned. Animals being set on fire
Yeah,
in their homes. And what do we care about? We just a fucking app.
yeah.
And
Uh,
that's the way it's always been. I mean, that's the way it is.
yeah, but also, like the mind can't control like caring about too much shit.
Yeah, but just care about the right shit.
Yeah,
Don't. It's just. Why is it always you have the most people supporting the most ludicrous things? Just
yeah, true.
I stand. I don't know. Some people get opinions over these things that mean absolutely nothing.
Hmm.
Political parties. Who cares?
Yeah,
I mean, seriously though, what does it matter what political party someone is?
yeah.
Their opinions are the important thing. What does it care what
Like,
fucking sports teams? You know,
yeah,
it's always weird. Every single person who watches sports and shit, or something like that, they talk when they talk about their team, they say like we.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Like you're the one in a fucking football helmet, you know, running around getting fucking concussions.
yeah. Well, I'm sort of part of that kind of thing as well, but I don't like. Yeah, well, it's true. I do that with my hometown soccer team.
You say we, like
Yeah,
we beat you. I
yeah.
know. I don't.
But I don't like hate on. Like, sure, we have rivalries against another team and that sort of.
But it's like for fun. It's not like you
Yeah,
actually like
exactly,
want to kill someone. But
exactly.
some people really get upset. Some people like.
Yeah,
But
that sort
usually
of stuff
they
we
have.
have in Sweden as well. Like certain like hooligan fans go up beating each other because they root for another team.
Yeah, it's just who gives a shit? What
Yeah.
does it even matter? How does that affect you at all, other than what you watch on television, or sometimes go
Well,
out
like
ball
most
games?
of the reason why these people do it is because, for instance, like soccer is one of the biggest things in the world, and if you want to get media exposure and like read about, then that's the type of sport you should choose to support and do stuff.
Yeah, it's because you want to be a part of this like
Mm.
group of people. Just
Yeah, that's like like back again to the Democrat versus Republican Party.
yeah, you want to
It's
change.
fucking game for people, and like how
Yeah,
that shouldn't be the thing. Like
yeah,
it
you can
shouldn't
bet
be
on
a game.
politics now. Like you can bet on fantasy sports and shit like that.
Yeah,
You can bet on politics. It's just that's yeah, it really is a lot like a team where you wear the team's colors and you go out, you make a complete ass of yourself,
mm.
you get drunk. Yeah, it's exactly the same. It's just why? Why do you need? Why can't you stand on your own merits? Why do you need to stand on someone else's shoulders in order to prop yourself up? Why can't you just do what you do
Yeah.
instead of applying all these different, stickers and labels to yourself? Fucking T-shirts that say I donated. Thinking you want to be a part of that group of people, the good people,
mm.
and that's like the new group, the morally upright
Yeah.
who have all the right opinions.
Yeah.
That's one of the newest groups against everyone else.
Yeah.
And these people, they lie to themselves. They say shit, stuff that's blatantly not true.
Yeah.
Like there's no such thing as a stupid person.
No,
There's no such
it
thing.
doesn't exist. Everyone is
People,
super smart in the world.
everyone should be treated equally. I mean, should a serial killer be treated the same way as as a school teacher?
Of course.
Uh, no, not all people. On certain merits, yeah, racial. I mean, like no one should be treated differently because of that. No one should be treated differently because of this.
Yeah, we.
Of
I
all
think
these things that you can't change.
everyone gets the general idea. Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
we come to the conclusion that the world is fucked and everyone should chill down and be nicer to each other. That's
Move
what.
to Mars.
Yeah, move to Mars.
Move to Mars, build a colony, and then we can fuck up that planet. Then we can just move on, being this cancer that spreads throughout the universe.
Yep, definitely.
That's the thing. It's almost like I'm simultaneously excited
To
about
see us
that.
fucking over the universe.
No. Excited about colonizing Mars, but on the
Yeah.
other hand, I'm fucking terrified of,
Yeah.
of that because then, we just become
Yeah, it's become planet versus planet eventually. Like,
yeah, like
oh, I'm from
I'm
Mars.
Team Mars, yeah,
I'm from
Team
Earth.
Earth. Oh, you fucking filthy proletariat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's an
or I'm this.
anime that made just that.
What galaxy did you come from? Oh, I see. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
that's the way it's gonna be if we don't change our attitudes. We don't change some shit. We don't. We just sit here, being okay with the way we are.
Yeah, we'll
You know,
never
you live.
change.
Yeah, you live. And I'm not saying that everyone's like this,
No,
but
no, no.
everyone thinks like this. We gotta fucking admit this, okay? We all have our prejudices and our stereotypes we have in our head.
Yeah.
We all have these sexist, racist thoughts. Come the fuck on now. No one's immune to that shit.
Yeah.
Everyone has it. And you know what? Some of it is warranted.
Yeah, well,
But
like just the fact that like for instance here in Vancouver, like Hugo, one of my was like like or like one of asked him like, oh yeah, like when he was in a car accident, and was like, oh, was it a Chinese person driving? Because apparently the Chinese people here are really bad at driving.
and some people get all upset about people saying shit like that.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
who cares?
Yeah.
Was it like I don't know. Then again, apparently I'm not allowed to talk about this because I'm the wrong skin color. I'm not
Okay.
allowed to talk about these issues. Um, you're not allowed to either.
No.
It's not. We can't
Yeah.
talk about these things. We're not allowed to because we're not affected by the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Uh, but seriously though, who gives a shit? I don't. There are people starving.
Yeah.
It's just this is the first thing I think about whenever people start bringing up this frivolous bullshit. Like, oh, you're insulting a whole group of people.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing about, like, for instance, like farms and stuff in US can't, like, deliver, like, this food that they don't use because, like they throw away like 50-60% of what they make, but they can't bring that to shelters and stuff because if one person gets sick there, then they get sued. And instead of like let instead you will let these people, homeless people, starve to death instead, because that's what America is all about. That's
Yeah, sure, why not? There you go. And yeah, it's just ridiculous bullshit.
yeah,
People people deserve at least that level of being able to live,
yeah,
being able to, food, water,
mm,
air.
yeah.
But no, let's dump a whole bunch of shit into the lake. Let's dump a whole bunch of shit into the air, and let's dump a whole bunch of shit into the food.
Yeah,
Let's dump a whole bunch of fucking
yeah.
chemicals into the food.
It's just a matter of when will the world go to hell. Will it be on our lifetime, or like our kids' lifetime, or great
I hope
grandkids?
so. There's not a lot to watch on TV lately.
Yeah,
I think watching the
we
world
need
ending
the
would
world
be.
to go to the shitter.
Yeah, I think we need more. We need some good news. I'm tired of hearing all this shit in Paris and these protests on university campuses. I think like it would really just brighten my day to see
Yeah,
that.
we just need something like someone has cured cancer, and like finally the world was like, woo! Like we need
Yeah,
something like have you seen The Martian yet?
I've read the book. I know the story. Yeah.
Yeah, like I was watching that and was like we need something to care about like that. We need reading about this story about this left person on Mars who's surviving like against the odds, and we might be able to bring that person home, and like everyone bands together about this story, something to care about. We need something like that.
Yeah, yeah. But is that I don't know. Is that really what would happen in real life? Is that really like would people like? I have a feeling that most people would just be like, "Oh, I don't want my taxes to go up by 1 cent to fund this mission to save this man." I think that that's what would happen in real life.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
fucking
you know how
cynics.
much NASA gets on your tax dollar? Well, not your tax dollar,
Yeah.
obviously, but every American in the audience.
Okay.
They make well, what is it? A half a cent?
Yeah.
Let me think. NASA funding. I know it's like a ridiculous amount of nothing that
Yeah.
they get. It's the NASA budget is about 0.5% of the total budget. So yeah, about what, 50 cents
Yeah.
for every dollar you give? Oh no, no, point 0.5 would be about 5 cents on every dollar.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. I probably messed up with that math, but I don't care. Um,
Someone else can do the math otherwise.
yeah, and that's such a ridiculously small amount. 0.5% of your total tax dollars going to NASA. How much is going to rockets and
What
bombs?
the fuck?
What? What's
Uh,
happening?
I just got a message from someone in, I don't know. Is this Arabic? What
What?
the fuck?
What?
I don't.
Are you okay?
I
Is everyone
don't.
safe? Is the world ending?
I don't know. Like
Oh
I can't.
man.
I can't. I'm gonna show this for. If I can show this for this. Yeah, you have to watch it afterwards. I don't
Okay.
fucking know what here says, but someone can tell me what the hell this says. Then seems like don't.
What the hell is happening?
Yeah, I don't know. Someone is calling me, and then there's a language I have no clue what that's saying. So.
Okay, I'll have to watch it later, but yeah, it's like we give so much money to guns, bullets, and bombs. We can blow up other people's shit, but we don't give enough money to build our own cool shit,
Mm.
unless it's something that blows up other things.
Yeah, well, I think the movie Charlie Wilson's War, where he managed to fund the Afghanistan like war, and like he managed to get more and more and more money, like it was up to $100 million, and then just continued from there. And then after the war was done, he asked for $1 million to like build up all the schools and like the infrastructure in Afghanistan, and they said no.
Yeah, I think
Like they spent so much money to fund like the war for like the resistance for the war, and then they couldn't spare $1 million after that to like build up schools and that sort of stuff.
yeah, that's what happens.
You
Yeah, I mean
fuck
that,
over a country and then you won't even spare after like spending so much money on it.
yeah, and it's just what are we doing that's so much better than that? What kind of wars are we fighting? The wars that are more worth fighting than the entire future, our entire future as a species.
Mm,
That's more important.
yeah.
No, we can't spare the money to encourage green development,
Yeah,
and
because
not
that
fucking
doesn't.
over there.
Some of these like doesn't make money. Whereas my dad told me about there was this company in France that has like if they manage to make like their energy thing, it could be like renewable like
Yeah,
like uh, so that would mean like the like everyone could have energy like and that sort of stuff for like and the price would just shoot down and nobody have to like spend any money on like electricity and that stuff anymore. But no one wants to fund that because suddenly nobody makes money from electricity anymore, and that's what
yeah.
people
It's
care
such
about.
it's such bullshit though because, like, come on, like we spend so much money on just ridiculous nonsense,
Yeah,
and we can't and oh, we don't have enough money to fund this green energy, so we'll just have to rely on fossil fuels, like
yeah,
what? Build other shit. You don't make
mm.
money from
Yeah. The only
producing clean
time
energy. You make money.
technology jumps in advancement is wars, unfortunately, and I mean like
Exactly,
world
yeah.
wars, and it's fucking sucks.
Yeah, where
why
NASA got
why do we
Cold
have
War, yeah.
to like have that for the technology advancement?
Because people actually start spending money on science once we
Mm.
figure out that it can kill people.
Yeah.
We can just blow people. We can blow people up with this. Oh shit, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
raise.
love the idea like the nuclear bombs and that sort of stuff. Make it as worse as possible so everyone will be afraid to use it. Well,
Yeah,
same idea with dynamite. When
and
Alfred
just sit
Nobel,
on a huge pile of
when Alfred Nobel
mountains.
made the dynamite, he made it so that he thought like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make it as like explosive as possible, so people would be afraid to use it. Yeah, that kind of backfired.
Yeah, it's such that is just absolute bullshit. Like, it's not. Some things really just shouldn't exist. I'm sorry. Like, I'm all about scientific curiosity. I'm all about building shit. But if it's something that cannot possibly be used for anything except for the entire destruction of the whole planet, maybe,
You
just
stop.
maybe, we
Yeah.
should just hold off on that for a little while and donate to those starving fucking kids. I'm just saying, just fucking saying. maybe then if people didn't have this want for basic human rights,
Yeah.
maybe we wouldn't have so many fucking wars.
Yeah, that
Maybe we wouldn't have so many fucking wars if
that's the
people had.
idea, like
Yeah,
in Star Trek, right? They ended poverty, so people stopped having reasons to go to war. I think.
yeah. What else? What other reason is there?
Yeah, people, less desperate people. Unfortunately, always gonna be power hungry people.
Well, and there's going to be people that want that too. I mean, like one person cannot do it by themselves.
Mm,
Hitler needed to have the Nazis. Napoleon needed his army
yeah.
in order to do any. And there's always those people that think, oh, this guy knows what he's doing, and if
I
I follow
mean,
him,
I mean,
I'll get what I
Hitler
want.
managed to end democracy through voting. You gotta admire,
Yeah, exactly.
admire that.
And that's just, and that's, yeah, and that's just what you can do if you can
Yeah,
convince people that you can give them what they want.
that's my. Is that how they got the idea for, like, Star Wars plot line of how they looked at
Well,
how
you
Hitler?
had the war, and then the chancellor gets all the powers, and he
Yeah,
becomes
yeah,
the
because it was
yeah,
ended through voting. Like, the whole Senate voted to giving him all the access.
yeah, yeah. That's just the thing is though is that there's too many people like that in American politics. There's like 100 fucking emperors in American politics. They all want all of the power. That's why you can't. That's why Congress can't do shit. That's why the president can't pass shit.
Yeah,
It's why. It's why the Supreme Court needs to, hear a whole bunch of fucking challenges
yeah,
to things that should be pretty goddamn obvious. Like, oh, gay people can marry. You have all these motherfuckers. They're like, oh, this harms me somehow.
yeah,
This harms my freedom. Giving other people freedom harms my freedom. That makes no
yeah,
sense.
yeah. That makes no sense.
It's the exact same argument that you would use. Oh, I have a right to not share a water fountain with a black person.
Yeah,
It's the exact same logic. I
yeah,
have the right to not send my child to a school that also teaches black students. It's the exact same logic.
yeah,
It's, where do you get the authority? Where the hell do you get the authority to make these decisions? It makes no sense. Oh God, people and everyone just wants to be able to make those kinds of rules. Every group is vying for that.
yeah,
People that want people to have less rights, people that want people to have more rights. Everyone using these freaking tactics, where basically everyone that disagrees with me is the fucking devil. If people were allowed to have opinions that differed
yeah.
without,
That will never happen.
yeah, maybe if someone disagrees with you, maybe you're both right a little bit.
Yeah,
Why does one of you have to be entirely wrong and the other person has to be entirely right? There's no way to open a discussion. You gotta open a discussion with a little more, kindness, a little more generosity. Maybe just say, you're right here and I'm right here, so we're both right,
mm.
but just in different ways. Is that so fucking hard? Is it so
Yes. For a
ridiculously
lot of
hard?
people, it seems to be that way.
It's like it doesn't always have to be I'm right and you're wrong. Like, every single opinion
What?
can be justified in some way.
Of course, everything has to be right or wrong. You need to know that the world's black and white.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. It's just how, why, what?
Yeah, I think we could talk about this like forever. If
Yeah, it's just people just yeah. But that's it's very simple at the end of the day, and everyone knows it.
yeah, of
It's not
course
like
it's
anyone's
simple.
listening to this and being like, "Oh, this is brand new information."
No, we're just saying what everyone has been saying, except the crazy and idiots.
Not even the crazy idiots, they say the same shit. No, it's no. The thing is,
It's stubbornness then more to that point. If
yeah, people are hypocrites. Everyone's a hypocrite.
Mm.
I'm a hypocrite. I'm a
Yeah.
huge fucking hypocrite. I go back and shit and say all the time. I mean, and everyone's like that. It's because like if someone like says no, fuck you, you're wrong. What's your reaction going to be? Oh well, maybe you're right. No, everyone's reaction is the
Yeah.
same. Everyone's reaction is like, no, you're wrong.
And then you,
Because if you
and then
say
you,
that,
but sometimes actually that kind of helps because when you have in that conversation you might be on the other side, but at the end of it, you like not at the same time, but you may like go a
yeah,
day and you
later
think
on.
about it and you're like, oh yeah, he has a point, or like, oh yeah, that makes sense, or whatever. And the other
Yeah, but you
person you
can't do
made,
that.
yeah,
But you can't do that in politics because then you're basically saying that your political opponent is better than you because they had their opinion first that they convinced you of, meaning that they were right and you were wrong. I mean, that's the thing. That's why you have this intense polarization where no one can agree on shit. It's why it's like Republicans can't say,
yeah,
maybe,
because Donald Trump, at least he's honest about what he thinks. Like he's straight
I
up.
wouldn't call it thinking, but
Yeah, okay.
honest about the thoughts that come pouring into his head
Yeah.
like shit from a sewer. Anyways, um, but no, it's why Republicans can't say shit like, oh, uh, maybe women should have the right to an abortion. They can't say that because the Democrats have been saying that shit for years,
Yeah.
and they'd just be basically admitting, oh, maybe we're not the right people to be doing this shit. It's why the Democrats can't say shit like, yeah, maybe we're going a bit too far. Maybe some people should just keep some shit in their fucking house instead of
Yeah.
parading it around everywhere. But you can't say that because then the Republicans are going to be like, see, we were there
Yeah.
before they were. And so both of them have to go so far, left and right, that they've both fallen off the fucking deep end.
Hmm. Yeah.
It,
And like for instance Bernie
you listen to
Sanders, who
all
makes a lot sense. Like sure, it's not like he has his faults as well in opinions, but like his but the problem for him is like, oh, he's a socialist, can't have that.
yeah, believing that yeah, people should have equal rights and shit. That's like what? What is people with the most money should have the most power, not the people who contribute the most to society. No,
Yeah.
fuck those people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and that's the people who contribute the most to society are the people that are working 40 hours a week,
Hmm.
doing a shit job. Those are the people that are contributing. The person sitting at the top, just collecting money. That's not the person who's helping to build society. The person who, opens the door, yells at some guys, "Hey, make this by tomorrow." That's not the guy that's running the show. It's the people that actually have to make something.
Yeah, wish wasn't that way, but it won't change. I mean, even if Bernie Sanders would win, say he would win this and he tried to get all these things, he wouldn't get it through his ideas. Even though they're really great and really good ideas, like there will always be so many people be in his way. Like, no, how will like the schools make money if we make it free education, like something that should be like.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should spend less money on guns, huh? Maybe you could go without Maybe you can go with the 36-inch TV instead of a 48-inch.
Exactly.
You know, maybe we could afford to raise your taxes just a little bit,
Mm.
just to fund the things that keep society alive. Maybe like people. It's all relative. That's the thing. It's all relative to people. Like if you took someone from 100 years ago, put them to someone's house now,
Mm.
even if that person was destitute, that person still would probably have a TV maybe, you
Yeah.
know, shit like that. The other person who's poor 100 years ago doesn't have food that
Yeah.
isn't covered in shit, literal shit.
Yeah.
They can't even get clean food or water.
Yeah.
They have fucking cholera.
Yeah.
And that's the way they live. And people have just lost perspective completely.
Yeah.
And then there are people that really do deserve help. I mean, I really just don't understand the people whose mindset thinks that it's a bad idea to help people out who need it,
Yeah,
because
I
those
mean, I
people are
mean,
more than likely going to start
I
contributing to
recommend,
society more.
yeah, I recommend for everyone just to watch a lot of uh, John Oliver's Last Week Tonight, because like all of those shows, just like when you hear about all these like facts, like news story of the week, he always brings up about America and different like circumstances. It's like you just think USA is fucked up more and more you hear it, because like there's so many people going against stuff that should be like anyone would be like, why don't we let this be, like just the like the farm kind of thing, where if they like pass through a bill like that makes the farms being able to like some of the rest over food that is like you can eat it, but it doesn't look perfect as everyone needs it to be at the supermarkets and that sort of stuff. Get that to like the food shelters and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's just,
Oh, but no,
yeah, it's
we
just for
can't
some
have
reason,
that. You get sued.
yeah, it's just, I, who, who's going to sue you? Like some fucking homeless dude is going to hire a fucking lawyer?
Yeah, yeah, and there
He's
will
going
be
to
the
sue.
payday.
Yeah, okay, that's going to happen.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, that's not going to fucking happen. You have enough money as a corporation to hire lawyers that could do pretty much
yeah,
fucking
but the
anything for
farms
you. Have an
doesn't.
army of
Yeah, but the
what?
farms don't have the money to like the companies don't give a shit. Oh, you that farm got sued. Okay, then we just turn to another farm. Like that's the problem with this corporation. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, why? Like, how much? Like, has any corporation really ever gotten sued and it's been like a huge, and they weren't around anymore? Has that ever? I never
Mm,
heard of that. I've heard of, yeah, of
yeah.
course, you have small businesses that happens, but
Mm,
like Monsanto hasn't ever been shut down.
mm.
You know, all
Yeah,
the
I mean, like
all
most
this.
of the things survive in some capacity. I don't know which ones, because unfortunately they have so much fucking money that oh yeah we get sued and we settled a lot of money, but hey, we got way of a shitty thing and people and we can just keep on being shitty
Yeah, and just
because
just
we
yeah.
make more money than so it's worth it in the long run.
Yeah. It's just, but really, is it worth it in the long run? Like, come on, it just
Yeah, you would think it wasn't, but I mean,
if pe like at least sell that shit at a lower price because it's not perfect. It's not perfect. It's not the perfectly shaped fucking apricot. Maybe maybe just sell it at a little bit of a lower price. Maybe is that wrong? Is that is that not okay?
no, never.
Maybe just have some discount food. You know? Why do people have to be eating fucking McDonald's and TV dinners, getting incredibly obese,
Yeah,
even
that's
though
also a thing about the world.
even though they're poor? They get incredibly fat because all the food they eat is just shit. It's not even food. It's just like one step above eating packing peanuts. It's, I don't know. It's just come on, come on now.
Yeah, I think we have overdone it a bit.
No. Let's keep going.
Well, it's 1 hour and 30 minutes.
The
So,
filibuster. Yeah.
yeah, we probably could talk for ages. No, I'm gonna start wrapping it up there. I mean, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to upload it to YouTube, so.
It's the it's the Lone Crown Show filibuster special.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, so anything in the future that You're excited about?
Anything in the future? Well, I think we already went over this total destruction of the human race.
Okay, so
I'm looking forward to seeing that on television.
sure.
Some people look forward to movies like the next Avengers film, next
Or
Batman
Star
versus
Wars? Star
Superman,
Wars?
Star Wars. Yeah, yeah, especially Star Wars now. Now, I think I'm looking forward to just turning on the TV one day and just seeing the whole world erupt in flame.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and what else am I excited for? Mars colonization. I'm
Yeah.
excited for us to take the first
And
step.
then the Mars versus Earth war that's gonna eventually happen. The space war of Earth versus Mars.
Exactly.
I hope we can put our brains inside of a robot or something so we get to watch it.
That'd be even worse. Jesus. Just let people die. Like, I hate all these visions of the future that include immortal people.
Yeah, everyone would be like eventually like everything about immortality seems like you just watch everyone you know die and get older while you're still young.
No, but even
The
worse.
concept of immortality would be cool, but like fucking hell, like
Even
when you
worse
think
than
about it.
that. Even worse than that, really, is that there might be someone that you don't like. You know, the person who takes too long ordering food at the drive-through,
Yeah.
the people who go too fast or too slow on the highway.
Mm.
You can take comfort knowing that their life is finite.
Yeah.
You know that they're not always going to be doing that forever.
Yeah.
That's why immortality is fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Because then you face the prospect that person might be just doing that forever.
Yeah.
There's
I've
no way to stop
Yeah,
them.
I've heard rumors that they expect like like 2 generations from ours or something like that, or 2 or 3 generations. It's when they'll like come up with something that makes it so that we don't age anymore or something like that, or can control aging, and that's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, because that's even worse though. I was just talking about like robots before, but now
Yeah,
like if it was like biological humans, like
yeah,
could you imagine how much shit that would be? I'm talking like just fecal matter,
yeah.
like over time, like the rivers would be full of it. It would just and people wouldn't die. Would people still reproduce? Because then it'd just be very
Yeah,
crowded too.
yeah.
And what if you're like really old? What if you're like on the cusp of dying and oh now you're immortal and you're gonna stay that way forever?
Mm.
There's you have these parents that are like, oh, even though my kid's gonna be born without arms and legs in extreme pain for the rest of its life, I'm gonna have it anyways. Oh, I'm not gonna pull the plug, even though it's in extreme pain forever. And then you're gonna
Yeah,
have some motherfucker that gives that drug to that kid or that guy or whatever,
yeah.
and then they're
Just
gonna.
stay a kid forever. That would be
I'm
worse.
sorry for saying that because that's like terrifying. That's like a really terrible thought.
Yeah, mortality is terrifying. I agree.
Yeah, because then you'd just be in pain forever. Just, I- or even just like regular things would just start to get like very annoying after a while.
Yeah, of course.
Just think about all the things that you like. You gotta like. I think it'd probably be better to just get rid of some other things first. You know,
Mm.
if people could like sleep a lot fast, a lot more quickly. I think that would be, that you could sleep for an hour and you'd be okay.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
think that
that
just
would
think
be.
about that. That would be probably like the first thing on the list.
Yeah,
Because then people would be a lot more productive. I think.
yeah,
Because think about how much time do you spend. You sleep, let's say, 8 hours a night.
yeah.
That's Most people don't do that. Most people sleep about like six.
I like to sleep 8 or 9 hours if I can.
Okay.
If I have I'm able to have like when I just have a day off and something like that. I usually like to 8 or 9 hours.
Yeah. So you're sleeping like 56 hours a week.
Yeah.
And geez, I'm trying to do math right now. And it's just not working. That's almost like 3 days,
Mm.
right? I don't know if that's true. I'm not even. Whatever.
Yeah. It's
2 or 3 days, whatever. I can't do math right now. But anyways, that's a lot of time wasted.
Mm.
It's quite a lot of time wasted. Think about that.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing I would Because also the thing I hate, annoyed sometime about is I'm like I have an idea but always come up with the idea and like really like determined just before I go to bed or something like that. So annoying because then when I wake up I don't have the like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this that tomorrow, and then I wake up, I'm like, fuck this. Why did I think that was a good idea?
Yeah, see, yeah, that's what we need to do. Yeah, don't do the whole immortality thing.
Yeah.
Don't put people's brains into robots. Just please, for God's sake, just let people fucking die. Just let it happen.
Yeah.
Like, why would you want to even?
Well,
Why would you want to
I
live
think it
forever?
would be cool if we could extend it a little bit.
Yeah,
I
but what
mean,
would you
the
even do?
standard life is like around 100, like say it's 110 or something like that. It's the standard life.
I don't know
Heading
about
it.
that though, because then you would have more time on your hands, and I mean, obviously that's the point.
Yeah.
Then you would have more. But then, since our lives are so
Hopefully
short,
we
we're
would
motivated to
age
do shit.
slower.
I
Like,
know, but since we have such short lives, right? Relatively short lives,
yeah.
Um, I mean, just think about a fucking dog. I think dogs should live longer.
Mm.
We should focus on like dogs and cats before we go on to extending the lives of humans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally.
Uh, it, yeah, extend the life of a human, like, because then we would just we would just waste more of it. We wouldn't do more productive things in that time. We would just waste more. Like, you would be like a college kid going out drinking, causing accidents on the road until you're 30, because you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I have enough time. But but now as it is, you're like, oh, my life is short. I got to do shit.
The
Oh,
the interesting thing in Lord of the Rings, he made it so like the halflings sort of they were sort of seeing us young people up until like they were like 34 or something, like 34, 35. And that's when you finally become a full adult.
Jesus.
Yeah, a little bit different, that kind of idea.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't. I don't think so. That just
I
doesn't
mean,
seem like
like
a nice.
when Frodo ventured out, he was like 50 something, I think,
Yeah,
if I
you
remember
see,
correctly.
I just don't think that that's like a good like. It's not a good way to live. To live so long.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, how many people are really like
we
doing?
could live peacefully as hobbits.
How many
Care
people?
about not war, but just food, drinking, having a good time,
Yeah, but how many
and
people?
peacefully.
But just think about this though. How many people in their life are doing stuff, that's productive, versus how many people are just out there, creating pollution with their cars, eating every day, converting food into shit, and that's all they do. You know?
Hmm. Oh, I don't really care for mega productive world. Can just be calm, peace, having a good time.
Doesn't that kind of ruin it for the rest of us?
Yes.
And that's just you're just okay with that?
Yes.
No, I can see it. Yeah. I don't know what's going on right now.
Yeah. Well, with their interruptions, I think we should finally end this
Yep.
podcast before it goes on forever.
No, no, no. Let's keep
Well, I mean, this has been. I think this must be the longest one. I don't think I've done 1 hour and 40 minutes before.
going. Yep.
So yeah, it was a hell of a podcast. It was the show length of a podcast.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we did good today. A lot of topics, a lot of long conversation about.
How many people do you think have stuck to this point and they're still listening?
We should have a word.
If you're still listening, list it in the comments.
Yeah.
Just put a comment there. Listened until this.
Write. right? Cucumber, if you have reached it this far. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's the key word. So thank you all for watching, listening. You can find Smart Guy on Twitter at it's Smart Guy, just Smart Guy 1 or just Smart Guy
01.
01, yeah. So yeah, and you can find me like there Story of Crown pretty much
I'm
everywhere.
pretty sure they've already found you if they're watching this.
Yeah, well, you can find myself on Twitter and Instagram, and well, I have a Snapchat as well, but it's not like I fucking use it. It's always the problem with getting new things. You're like, oh yeah, I'm starting Snapchat. I don't fucking know who I should follow or that fucking thing. Yeah. Well, anyway, thank you all for watching. Have a good day, good night, good
Have a good
morning,
night.
wherever you are. Goodbye,
If you're on
people.
Mars. Yes.